Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now for those of us that have been playing Dark Souls games and other Souls-like games, typically know what we're getting into. We can expect a very difficult game, in my experience, lots of cuss words, and then a big celebration after defeating a boss that at first attempt appears to be unkillable. Now Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3 have further brought the Souls-like games to the forefront of gaming, and we can thank them for numerous other developers creating some great RPGs for our enjoyment. Now today I want to look at a new Souls-like RPG titled The Lords of the Fallen. Now the release date is not nailed down exactly, but it's sometime this year. The game will be released for the PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and the PS5. Now the genre is an RPG Souls-like game, developed by Hexworks and published by CI Games. Now Lords of the Fallen may sound familiar to you. The original Lords of the Fallen came out in 2014, and the game style, RPG elements, and such are very similar to the new sequel. Now the older rendition did have some issues, mostly due to clunky gameplay mechanics at times and some users mentioning game crashes. However, the original Lords of the Fallen is very much a Souls-like game in the overall experience, but to me, personally, the pacing was just very slow, the story was just kind of meh, and once you learn the slower combat, the game is fairly easy to me for a Souls-like game. Now with all of that said, the new Lords of the Fallen do be looking good. Now we can still expect a Souls-like RPG adventure, but it appears this time things will be polished up a bit and we will have a solid gaming experience from CI Games. Now the first thing that stood out to me was the mention of the world being 5 times larger than the original. Now the world we will explore consists of 2 parallel realms. The living realm provides its own set of challenges and brutal encounters of course, but the devs tell us that the untold terrors lurk in the nightmarish realm of the dead. Now the game setting places us in a time where the demon god Adyr is set to be resurrected. We must battle through 2 parallel realms as a Dark Crusader. If we die in the living realm, we will rise again in the world of the dead with one final chance to return to your living state. Now we've touched on the much larger world size, but the developers also hint at a much deeper and immersive story that we must unfold. Now it also appears that the slow and clunky combat style is being replaced with a fast-paced, fluid tactical combat system. The Lords of the Fallen also offers up hundreds of weapons as well as the ability to master the arcane to unleash devastating attacks. Now we can choose from 9 different character classes including a knight, rogue, and fire apprentice, to name a few, and can fully customize our character via upgrades to stats, weapons, armor, and spells to fit our RPG playstyle. Now don't forget about our trusted lantern that possesses ungodly powers to reach forgotten places, unearth treasure, and manipulate the souls of our enemies. Now we can of course go at the game solo, but we can join up with a friend to explore the game in uninterrupted co-op gameplay. Now the developers do hint, however, that heroes from other realms can and will invade, so sounds like some type of PvP action will ensue as well. Now for those of us that enjoy a good Souls-like game, the Lords of the Fallen looks to be a promising addition to the RPG genre.
Vanquish the darkness. The Lords of the Fallen. Wish.